Hey! Woo! Y'all know what it is. We got to come on here hype and live. We're excited to be here. Welcome, welcome. Go ahead, share this broadcast. Gonna have a good discussion tonight, y'all. In the comments, tell us where you're tuning in from. From the 313 to 586 734. Or you can just put your state. Either way, just let us know that you're here. Say hello. We're going to say hello back. Gonna get this party started. So for our Periscope peeps, we see you. We see you. If you're on YouTube, we see you. We see you. All of our Facebook family, we're glad that you're here. Look, we don't own the rights to this music, and it's instrumental. But nonetheless, we're excited. We're gonna have a good conversation tonight. We're still talking about the free women grants. If you have not signed up, if you have not gotten your application in, if you have not interviewed, listen, you only have a few more days. We're gonna begin the countdown tomorrow, and believe me, you only have a few short days. But guess what? We're gonna help you. We are doing something this weekend that's gonna help you through that process. So again, bit.ly/free women 2020. Go ahead and sign up if you have not done so already. But if you have, we already got you on the list. Don't even worry about it. We got you, boo. So again, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Tisha M. Johnson. And listen, I'm helping you truly manifest the right man. I'm helping you manifest true and lasting love. I'm excited about it. So I'm gonna let my sisters introduce themselves, and I'm gonna go share the broadcast like I just asked you to do.
Hey y'all, hey. Are y'all awake? Are y'all live out there? Let us hear from you. Like my sis said, make sure you share this broadcast. Put hashtag share in the comments so we can shout you out for sharing. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So that you can continue to follow us and continue to be with us when we come on at night and be notified. Make sure, first of all, that you click the like or the follow wherever you are, with your Instagram, whether you're YouTubing it or your Facebooker, or you out there Periscope people. Just make sure you follow us. The other thing that's important is hit the notification bell. Now, all you gotta do is touch it, tap it, tap, 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 tap. And guess what? You'll get notified every time we come on live. And we're always on around this time-ish. Whether you call it your morning or your night, we're usually here. So thank you for being here. I am Stephanie Lane with the Career Women Collaborative, and I help women, or actually career women, hire me to help them get the position that they've earned, to get the money that they deserve, and to level up and get to that next career. So we do all things career women on this side. Again, thank you for joining. I am super excited to be here. Hopefully you're as excited, because you guys have been hanging with us for the last 5 weeks, and we really appreciate you rocking with us. So I'm going to pass that on to CJ, and we'll jump right into our topic in just a minute.
Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing? How we doing? Would you please turn that off before I turn into the twirl that I am? Y'all know how I do. I'm trying to be professional. This ain't my page. You know, Mama taught me how to work, how to act at other people's house. Come on, y'all. Come on. That's like she's not gonna turn this off. And then when I get up and I twerk, y'all gonna be like, "Oh, what kind of accountant is she?" Right?
Uh-huh.
Yes. So let me really back in, CJ. Hello. How's everyone doing this morning? How's everyone doing? Y'all know I'm a nut, right? Well, thank you all so much for joining. My name is Shaquanda CJ Alston. I am an accountant and owner of Johnson's Bookkeeping and Tax. Well, business owners such as yourselves, you guys hire me to take care of your financial planning. You guys hire me to take care of your PPP funding. You guys hire me to take care of your budgeting, tax loopholes, and everything in between. But enough of that. I want you to get involved into this money mindset certification, because I am a money mindset coach. My sisters and I are here to share out some great information with you. So share out the broadcast. bit. You got me singing. bit.ly/free women 2020. So we're gonna go ahead and get started, shall we?
All right, y'all know I'll get us started again because I'll tell you to put a hump in your back and lift your rump. Put a back and lift your rump. Hey, hi, Nita Allen. Thank you for joining us. Welcome. Thank you for being here on YouTube. Look at y'all coming through. Come on. So we're gonna jump into our topic, guys. Actually, we don't want you to miss out. And y'all, I'm going to flip this and reverse it. We were talking about that earlier. I'm going to flip this and reverse it because we have been telling y'all about all kinds of things and the ways to look at life right now and been encouraging you, motivating you, inspiring you. But now it's almost to the point I have to ask you a question. And the simple question is, do you want it? How bad do you want it? How hungry are you? So I'm going when I said I'm going to flip it, I'm going to tell you, I don't think you want this. I don't think you're ready for this. You got to woman up for this. And I don't think you are because you keep watching us. You just keep coming on. You like us. Yes, we're entertaining. But yes, we give you a lot of information. And we're going to continue to do that. But you're just watching. Think about it, parades. What happened to people, that are on the sidelines? At the end of the parade, what's left? Nothing but the trash to pick up. I don't want that being you. I don't want that, you left and you looking around and all you see are pieces of trash left over and you just turn around and you walking home and you're sad because the parade is gone. All the fun, the excitement, people done pulled out, left, and you sitting there wondering what happened. You're not ready for this. So I'm going to flip it again. How do you know that you're ready for this? I'm going to tell you, one, because you keep coming back. You're interested, so you keep coming back. But T. Marie said this earlier this week. You are now finding out that the people that you hanging around with, the people that create or make up your circle right now, you don't even want to be around them anymore. You know why? Because you're thinking different. You're looking at life different. They're still talking about the same old. And you're like, I don't want that anymore. That's not fun to me anymore. That conversation is really boring and it's not relevant. You're ready to move different, but you don't know how to. And that kind of conversation you can't have in that circle anymore. So now you're out looking. That's why you come hang out with us, because you're looking for a new circle. You're looking to expand your circle possibly. So how hungry are you? You ready to level up? Because it's time. If you don't level up right now, just like that parade, we're pulling out. We only have a few days left. We're pulling out. And once that train gets moving, you can't stop it. You cannot stop it. So don't miss out. Go to bit.ly/free women 2020. I know I just dropped. That was heavy. And I try not to come out the gate like that, y'all. I try not to. But guess what? How hungry are you? I want to know. Put it in the chat, y'all. How hungry are you to level up, to get to that next level, to get the things that you want? How hungry are you? CJ?
I've never seen Stephanie come that hard. Like you straight sucker punch, snuck me on the side. You had me like, whoa, did she sneak me? Did she just hit me? You remember? Okay, I'm telling my age. Anyway, yes, I get it. And yeah, I don't think they're ready for this not jelly. I don't think you're ready for this money. I don't think you're ready for this money. We've been on 5 weeks. Money is in the land. I don't know how else to say it. Tell it to you. I can tell you, I can show you, I can tell you that it's possible. But there is a level of action that you have to do yourself. But when I tell you money is in the land, money is in the land. And it is a hard question. Yes, Stephanie snuck us tonight. Look, I get it. But it's only out of love. How many people in your circle have even came to you like that? That's a hard question. Are you really ready? Or do you want to just be entertained? Mm-hmm. So, if you are ready, if you are looking for something, if you are saying, you know what, we are in a time I've never seen before. If that is you, you have to put some action to that. You have to. Because, yes, we can entertain you. Yes, I can show you how to get your money. I can walk you to the money. But unless you take action and pick it up, and like I said last night, scoop up your hand. There's so much money in the land. Just cuff your hand, and it's going to fall in your little cup. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's how easy it is. But we make it so hard. We talk ourselves out of it. We don't believe. We don't believe. And so, yes, we starting pretty heavy tonight, but you know what? How bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? We want it so bad enough that we come on here consistently at the wee hours of the night. These ladies are not Central Time, so it's an hour later. It's almost 1 o'clock where I am. It's almost 2 o'clock where they are, and we still have work to do. And we're going to work and still meet our regular obligations. So, how bad do you want it? Y'all know Tim Grover. I may mention Tim Grover Relentless every day. Look, Stephanie laughing because she know it's coming. Relentless. How bad do you want it? Relentless. I need you to be relentless. Stop looking at us, stop watching us on the sidelines and jump in. We are waiting for you. Your kids, your legacy, your family, your business, your husbands, your wives, everybody. We're waiting on you for your gifts, your services, your talent. Does not matter what it is. I know it's a lot going on, y'all, but do not get so consumed with that you don't jump off that porch and just go. So it's tight. Maybe we need to have one more music break because it's tight. But we only saying this because we love you all. We love you, and we know we want you to succeed. Whatever it is, whatever that thing is, whatever that it is, whatever it is, that voice that tells you that you cannot. No, you know what? Success is for everybody else. It's for, I'm a money girl, so I'm talking about money. This money is for everybody else. Right? No. It's for you too. Don't talk yourself out of it, because what if it works? What if it works? What if that thing works? And I don't care if it's baking a cookie. I don't care if it's sending a man to the moon. Right? What if it works? And we're in a season, only if you believe it'll work. What do you have to say about that, Marie?
Ooh, they are dropping it tonight, y'all. Listen, go to bit.ly. If I were you, I'd run to bit.ly / free women 2020. bit.ly / free women 2020. So it was funny. When Stephanie started, I thought about a story. It's not a relationship story, but nonetheless, I remember When I graduated from high school, right before we graduated, we went on our senior trip. Now, I don't think kids really do that anymore. But we did. We went to Florida and we were taking a cruise from Miami to the Bahamas. So, you beg your parents to help you go on this trip, and you want to make sure that you do everything. Well, little miss not a morning person somehow didn't get up on time and almost missed the bus to go get on the boat. When I tell you, I don't know the 2 minutes that it took me to get dressed, but the haul to that bus, oh honey, if I had never ran, and I always been thick, but got good legs because I'm a dancer. So honey, I hauled tail to that bus because you wasn't gonna leave me. It was no way I was gonna be able to explain to my mama how I missed the bus and how they wasted their money for part of that trip. No, I got myself on that bus. Nah, it was quite the sight. Cause you just gotta imagine the bus is pulling off. I'm like a ways away, but I made it. Don't let that be you. Don't see the bus taking off. You know that's the bus you supposed to be on, but you gonna take your sweet time. No, you gonna get left is what's gonna happen. Don't get left. This is your final warning. Warning. You need to have ticket in hand and be on your way to go. bit.ly/free women 2020. Now, if you have already gone to that link, even if you have put in your application, so here's the thing. If you went through the trouble to sign up, you went through the trouble to listen to the information. Okay, if it's not for you, like totally not for you, I get it. But I don't get the person who busted, broke, and disgusted. You signed up, but you didn't finish the process. You signed up, and for some reason, you got to talking to, Pookie and Ray Ray and them, and you decided, yeah, well, okay, maybe I won't do that. Not so. I'm gonna need you to finish the process. So you're going to receive a call, an email, a means of communication, and you need to be available to take that call. You need to take that call like it's your $1 million call, like it's Publishers Clearinghouse calling you to say you don't want $1 million. You need to take that call like that, because I promise you, and we're going to talk about what we experienced on Wednesday night. I promise you, the feeling is just that. I gave y'all a little dip last night. The ladies were saying they are so upset that they waited to take advantage of something that Coach Danielle was doing. By the way, shout out to the GOAT, the greatest of all times, the best coach on the planet, Danielle Winningham. We appreciate you. And guess what? She said she coming to the midnight show, so y'all better get ready. Because the show up gonna be lit the night that she joins us. But listen, don't miss your opportunity to be a part of this certification program. There are 12 different areas that you can participate. You can rebrand your business if that's where you are. Maybe you already started your business, or maybe you don't have a clue and you want to start a business. There's a portion there for you as well. Don't miss it. bit.ly/free women 2020. And guess what? We have challenged the ladies that have already been selected to go bring a friend. So while you're doing this, bring somebody with you. Take somebody on the journey so that you're not doing this by yourself. You need at least one person that's going to encourage you until you really get in the community and you connect with somebody. You need one person that's going to help you maneuver through, oh, I don't feel like it. Maneuver through, girl, don't you want to go? you need some help maneuvering through, baby. Don't you know we got to do date night? Date night can't be on Wednesday. We got to rearrange date night. You need somebody to help maneuver you through that stuff so that you can be a part of this program.
Ooh, y'all. Ooh, we would have started something, y'all. We talking about, you ain't ready. What do they say? If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready, right? So how do you know it's time for you to level up? We already talked about the first thing that maybe your circle is a little too small, or maybe that's not the circle you need to be in. Number two, y'all. Number two. That voice inside of you is getting louder and louder by the day. You find yourself, you looking around like, did you just hear that? You're too scared to ask it out loud, but you're looking around like, I'm hearing that. Everything is pulling you in a certain direction. And you fighting that. You fighting that voice, you fighting your gut, you fighting everything, but it just keeps getting louder and louder. Everywhere you turn, every conversation you have, every person you encounter, it keeps coming back to you. It keeps hitting you in the face, telling you exactly what you should be doing in your life right now. And we don't take heed. Just like I'm gonna keep going back to the parade. You holding the popcorn box and it's empty. You've eaten all the popcorn. It's time to either go get some more popcorn or walk away. It's time to eat, y'all. It's time. This is stealth mode stuff. This is when you move real nice, quietly, and you come up on top in the end. When everybody finally wake up looking around like, where'd she go? What's she doing? And here you are. You have a whole business. You're up and running. You have clients coming in. You operating in your purpose, what you were designed to do here on this earth. You're loving it. Your life is changing. You're able to make decisions. You're flexible. That when you couldn't go to your kids' school and celebrate them and watch them in their classrooms or be that classroom mom, now you can because you're calling the shots. You get to dictate your schedule instead of somebody else dictating yours for you. Hello? Are you listening to that voice? What is that voice telling you? That's Miss Seeley, right? God is trying to tell you something. And he's telling you right now, right now, right now. Are you listening? I'm going to tell you, it's like that, when a teacher at the old chalkboards, they don't even have chalkboards anymore. Now it's dry erase boards everywhere. I still love the chalkboard, y'all. I do. Something about a chalkboard and the chalk and all that good stuff. Having kids write on the board, learn cursive, right? It's that screeching, that screeching sound that everybody that's real irritating, that it makes you turn your head, it makes you jerk, it makes you react. That's what that voice should do. It should cause a reaction in you. It should cause you to move. It should cause you to do something. It should cause you to go to bit.ly/freewomen2020. It should cause you to answer that phone when we call. It should cause you to go fill out that application. It should cause you to go ahead and jump into that class because you know without a shadow of a doubt, just simply the education alone is going to help you level up. So go to bit.ly/freewomen2020. CJ.
I do. I love y'all. I really, really do. Let me preface by saying that I really do. But you guys, you do have to just take action. Take action. Move. I understand we're in a pandemic. I understand we're in a lot of dark things going on, but don't think that there could be light and there could still be opportunities in the midst of this darkness. Um, I'm just going to say also too, when you don't Take action. That's why a lot of you all are still not meeting the not making your bills, right? Still broke, right? Don't have the $400 that most of us have for or need for an emergency. You know, it is just facts, facts, facts. Numbers lie. Well, it is because when you don't move your feet, it shows up in your bank account. It absolutely does. I can't put it no plainer than that. You have to do something. If you want something you never had, you have to do something you've never done. And some of you, a lot of you, this may be something you're like, I never even thought about this. But yet you still log on, scroll, and you see us every night. You think that's just happenstance? No, it's not. Um, who knows what the info meeting on Friday night when you join us? Who knows? That could be a seed for something else. Who knows when you go to that link and sign up and have a conversation? Who knows what what or where that will lead to? It is just so time out for us not being deliberate about our money, right? Not being deliberate about our wealth and not being deliberate about our legacy. It is just we are so deliberate about tons of things else, other things, tons of other things. But let's be deliberate about that because it's so much more than just saying I just need enough to pay my bills and you know it's so much more than that. It's so much more than that. And if you don't do anything but come to the interest meeting tomorrow night or go to the link and sign up just for the community, right? Just for the camaraderie, just to be around other successful individuals. If that's the only thing you get out of it, it's still value add. It was still worth it because you absolutely, it's so much darkness around us. You absolutely have to deliberately surround yourself around light. And so when you do that, then the money comes because it's currency, right? And it's moving. You ever ask why is it not moving by you? Why is it not knock at your door? Because you have not strategically positioned yourself or did the things that needed to be done to welcome money into your life. I'm gonna
Wow.
talk about the relationship of it, but I'm digressing. Let's see weigh in on that.
I need a welcome mat then for my money.
Hey, listen. Not only do you need, baby, my welcome mat have a key. I mean, my money have a key. I don't. No. My welcome mat have a key to the house already. They don't need a welcome mat, baby. You come, open that door whenever you choose. That's the kind of relationship I have with my money.
Wow.
You come in town. Anytime you come in town, baby, you could come and open this door. I'll be waiting. Listen, I learned that from Tisha.
T. Marie.
Wow, like Motel 6, we gonna leave the light on for you? Okay. Whew, yeah, so they're bringing it tonight, and I don't know what you're waiting on. Listen, I can't see the background, but y'all should be lighting that site up. bit.ly/free women 2020 bit.ly/free women 2020. And you gotta be Stephanie started off by talking about the voice that you hear, and that takes some practice. It takes some work, being able to decipher which voice is really speaking to you. Is that the little girl that's still hurt, doing something inside of you? Is it, what somebody always said to you? Is it really, your spirit giving you the encouragement to do something? What voice is that you're listening to? Is it the voice that even the voice that sometimes, when you've been spoken to in such a way that you begin to buy into what has been spoken into you, especially if it's negative, you begin to duplicate that voice within yourself. So a lot of times, you've heard it said is not the enemy, the person that's outside of you, is the in.
Did we lose her?
I was just gonna say, I think she said the inner me.
Not the enemy.
Yes, I thought that was me. And y'all know I always have crazy internet issues, but I think that's what he was trying to say.
Uh-huh. Well, hopefully
Inner
she'll
me,
come back.
They
the
cannot
enemy.
There you go.
So there is. Y'all hear me now?
You were frozen for a minute.
Okay.
Did you say enemy or inner me?
The enemy with enemy.
I
Inner me.
like it.
Yeah, that's sometimes the enemy that you're really fighting, because you've been experienced this where it could have been a relationship where the person, listen, I know I was in a verbally, emotionally abusive relationship, and I gave into the hype of what that person was saying, even though I know it was not true. I'm a dang on good woman. You're not gonna tell me, yeah, no, not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but some of the things that were being said, no. But if you're not careful, you will adopt that conversation and begin to regurgitate that to yourself. And so you gotta be careful. It could be from childhood, it could be from some other place in life, but you've got to be strategic about which voice you're going to listen to. And I say this, in a situation between two people, there are three sides to that story: party one, party two, and the truth. You got to be listening to the truth. And again, that takes some courage. It also, because when you say I'm going to buy into the truth and not my story, you really got to deal with that. Like, have I been the one sabotaging myself? Now I can speak on me, that I have been the one sabotaging me. I have been the one, telling myself, oh girl, you ain't really as educated as your friends, and you went to college, but you didn't finish. So girl, I don't know, you just might want to be all right with that good government job that you got. Forget stepping outside of that and doing something different. But no, I had to change the inner conversation. Hey Moses, thanks for joining. Had to change the inner conversation within me and decide by any means necessary. I'm going to listen to the truth of the situation, that I'm powerful, that I deserve abundance, that no matter what has been done in my life, is still all working together for my good and my end. There's an expected end, which the Bible says, and that end is victory. I am a winner. So listen to the right voice. Make sure that you are listening to the right voice. Tamika said, this is true. You can get stuck listening to the wrong voice. Absolutely. And you gotta be confident when you take a stand because especially if you have other people around you speaking that negative stuff. Yeah, I remember at a point there were just some people I couldn't talk to. It's like, yeah, I don't need your negativity. You ever talk to somebody and every time you talk to them, it's some complaint. It ain't never. Life is wonderful. Life is beautiful. Even if it ain't. There are some times when you just got to say it's well. It's all good. Even when it's not. Even when you ain't feeling well, even when it don't look like your bank account could look like, as Coach say, a thermometer on the negative side, but you still got to say it is well. I am rich. I am abundant. I walk in wealth. You got to be listening to the right voice, and sometimes when the right voice is saying the wrong, the voice that you're listening to is saying the wrong thing, you got to say the right thing. bit.ly/free women 2020.
So I got a story. I want to tell you. I want to share with everybody. I was just moved by what you said, T. Marie, about you said a whole lot. But the enemy could be the enemy, right? And then you said you can adopt what someone else says and then turn around and adapt. That means you believe. You start acting and moving like that, right? Well, let me tell you, you also said at the tail end about the attraction, right? The law of attraction. You started speaking of how things are manifested. And CJ also talked about the key and that door and welcoming it. It's energy. Y'all, I was that person about 7-8 years ago. I was that person just like you, sitting on the other side watching. Get on and watch people talk about all this and this manifestation. I'm like, that hokey pokey mess. What? Whatever. I used to just like laugh at them like they don't know what the heck they're talking about. What? Money has energy or whatever. Because that was not my circle. My people, the people I hung with, didn't understand that. I didn't get it. And that was not our conversation. So why would I believe that? Right? But then I started becoming curious because it was time for me to start leveling up. There were things that I wanted, that I desired. I had the traditional education. I was supposed to be working a 9 to 5, and that's it. I was trained for it. That's why I spent a lot of money to do that. And that's what I was supposed to be doing. So anything beyond that kind of mindset, I did not comprehend. Couldn't understand it. I couldn't grasp that different, that just moving differently, being different, wanting different. I couldn't grasp it. I couldn't understand it. But it was that voice that kept getting louder and louder and louder and louder. And it's that desire of wanting more and more and more that was pulling me in a different direction. Yes, did I get all that? What are you doing? Y'all, my mother, I love her. God bless her. I love my mother. Lord knows I love her. But my mother even said to me, and she meant well, because she loved me and she loves me. She meant well. She was like, I don't even know what you're doing. Did my mama just say that to me? I felt like that, did my mother trust me? She raised a good woman. She knows I'm somewhat smart. I mean, I went to school and I graduated. I have a lot of degrees. So I would hope she would trust my decision, but I even think she didn't in the beginning because it was out of her realm of understanding, right? So now that my circle has changed, that's because I consciously made a decision to change and to find. And I'm segueing into the next point. You start seeking, when you're ready to level up, you start seeking help. You start coming to places like this and finding YouTube channels and finding lives and finding people talking about the things that you're curious about. And then you start reading. You start doing your research. And even before you know it, you're on Facebook and you're just scrolling through your thing. And now you're finding yourself, you're stopping at almost every advertisement that is drawing you into what you know you want to do. And so then you start looking into who's who and who's doing what and how they're doing it. But we're not going to talk about that number 3 just yet. Hey, greetings. Glad you're here, Moses. Welcome back. We're not going to talk about that yet because we need to tell you about why we're sending you to bit.ly/free women 2020. I just left you on a cliffhanger. I'm going to finish my story in just a minute. But what's going to happen when you go there? We said yesterday or tomorrow. I'm getting it all confused. We said we're going to have the actually it's today because we are in the new day. Today is Friday, and it's tonight at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That we will be doing a webinar that's going to give you all the information that you need. It allows you also to ask any questions that you might have regarding how you can get a grant. We're giving out $1 million. Not we. I say we collectively because I'm speaking on behalf of Coach Danielle Winningham, the Coach Danielle Winningham, the Reverend Dr. Danielle Winningham, is offering. She's so generous enough that she's giving out $1 million so that people can get their certification. She knows there's an economic downturn. She knows that people are looking right now to do something that will change the trajectory of their life, their family, and hopefully leave a legacy. Right? It's about wealth building now. And see, that's a whole totally different concept. That's something that you got to like really wrap your mind around because there's so many things that you need to know about it and all the things you need to do in order to achieve that. Right? But you got to take those first steps. You got to crawl before you can walk. And I'm even go back. You gotta roll around on the floor sometimes before you can even learn to crawl and get that wobble going. When babies first push up and they just wavering and wobble, you gotta kind of learn to do that first. It's the same thing. You gotta start these things, but once you get it, it's just like riding a bicycle. Once you understand it, once you get it, and you get going, your feet start pedaling faster. Your balance is good, right? And then guess what? Before you know it, you off into the sunset on that bike. And you look back and you can't believe, like, wow, I just did that. But you're going to have a whole team that's going to cheer you on through this process. So yes, there is a process for this. So you do have to apply. Yes, there will be an interview, but guess what? It's quick. We're going to make your life easy. It is nothing to be like scared or nervous about. You're going to have the answers. I'm going to tell you right now, you have the answers. It's not a guessing game. We're not trying to catch you up. We're just talking. Really, it's just talking about you. Right? It just gives us a baseline where you are and where you're thinking, because guess what? A lot of wealth building deals with mindset. We've been talking about it already. We're talking about all these aspects about mindset. And you're going to shift, and you're going to have to be ready to make that shift. And so you're going to come out and find that information, but then you're going to find out more information about the 12 certification areas that we will be offering for you to become a coach. Then not only, guys, once you figure out, follow through the process, you get to come to a meet and greet next week. You'll get to come talk to us. We get to welcome you and just hype you up. You come out, we hype on here at night. Wait till you see our other sisters. We all hype. We're all together. Okay? And we just want to welcome you into the community. We want to, again, there may be some additional questions that you might want to ask at that time. We're going to talk to you and tell you everything that you need to know to get prepared. So come join us. Like we said, we're on the countdown. Time is limited and spots are limited. So don't miss out. Don't miss out. The parade is on almost at the end. We're almost at the tail end. Don't miss it. CJ?
Are we, I think, Tamika said, what city are we in? Oh, man, we're all over.
We're global.
Yes, we are global. Yes, literally, we are all over. Yes, yes. So you guys make sure you not meet us there, beat us there. Definitely want to get an opportunity to get a slot before it's all out. Before they're all out, and we don't want that. We don't want you to say, "Man, I really wish I should have done that," because I mean you don't really know until you have a conversation, and that's all we want to do is just have a conversation. But Stephanie, your story is so funny. I was on the other side of your story. I was the girl that was totally out of the box. Well, we talked about this rebellious, out of the box, always was, bookworm and everything. But I always knew I was supposed to do something different. If everybody was going right, I'm going left. I just want to see. Not too far. I never was that risky, but I remember having a conversation because even I've been on this journey. I remember I was 18 and I said I'm going to give myself 18 years. And by 35, I was going to retire. And I used to say it till I was blue in the face. And I was like, I'm going to retire at 35. So this is what I need. I need to invest. I need to, invest, make sure I position myself, position my business, this, that, and the third. And again, you're right. My family told me the same thing. They were like, you don't think that's a little bit unrealistic? You set these high hopes and high expectations for yourself, then you relentless. Could you imagine? This is me in my 40s. Could you imagine me in my 20s? I've always been like this, like literally been working since I was 13, getting it, grinding. And so they were like, you put too many unrealistic expectations on yourself. Retire at 35, really? I'm like, yes, look at my plan. I'm gonna have multiple millions of dollars, and it's smacked out of me. And then it was just one day I was like, okay, well maybe, okay, I'll do this corporate America thing, and maybe, but I'll do my own stuff on the side. I always was like, I'm gonna do this on the side. I cannot do this. I cannot do this. And so I'm gonna do this on the side. And so my story was a little bit different. And some of you all can relate that, and it goes to your circle and who's around you. You may have this amazing idea, right? And one person that you really look up to, like for Stephanie, it was her mom. For me, it was my mom. And they tell you because like they care. My mom, she knew. I've always worked myself. She used to be like, "My God, child, why do you work so hard?" And she knew that if I had that small window of 8 years, she knew I was humping and I was going to work. And so eventually I was like, okay, maybe she right. Maybe she right. Maybe 35. You really rarely see people retire at 35. I didn't see anybody, but I knew I had something in me that I can do that. Just like, what else, y'all? I'm going to tell y'all because y'all family. Y'all know what else I used to say I wanted to be? I wanted to be the first Black woman president. Can you believe I wrote a paper about it? I didn't get a good grade on the paper because my professor told me it was not realistic. So yes. And with that being said, yeah, we still having these issues. So yes, that's how I used to do things totally. My God, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be that one. Cause y'all see me being the commander in chief. Nah. But yeah, don't tell nobody.
I can't. You're gonna be a minister and tell the folk what to do. You're gonna be like, but I still love you.
I do my clients. I give them hard conversations. As an accountant, you can't come with good news all the time. But hey, I do love you. We can still have fun after, but you did hire me to do a job, and the fiduciary duty I do have. So yes, I love you. So who is registering? Who is going to see us tomorrow? Who is coming in the room?
Yes, Tamika, tell them, Tamika,
Yes.
they need to run.
Tell them.
Run.
Run is not even the word. Like literally, you're running to, and not only do you run, but then like Tisha said, some of us, y'all must want to talk about running. Some of us, you have to run for your life. Uh-huh. You have to run literally for your life. And
That's
so
good.
if you are around the abuse and you're around the negativity and you're around, literally you just like, let me run.
Hey, Tamika.
Come through, Tamika. Come through, Tamika. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. You have to run whatever it takes. You understand whatever it takes, even if you have to do it alone.
Mm-hmm.
Because guess what? You may think you're alone. Like when I felt the same way. I may think I was alone. I never knew these ladies until I joined this community. And because I tell this story all the time, I don't do women. That was my thing. I was like, so if you like me, you're like, too many of y'all. I had male friends. I don't do y'all. I don't do the mess. I don't do the extra. There's none of that over here. Those are the stories that you tell yourself in your brain to try to talk yourself out of it. That's what we were talking about earlier. That's what I used to tell myself. I don't really do women. I don't think I'm going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I really don't have the money. Please. You find the money for what you want.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't until I joined this community, I realized how much I do women. It's just the right women. It's just the right women. Oh my God. It's 1:30. I just realized what I said. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Listen, let me be quiet. So no, that's not what I meant. I do have a great time with women. I can do business with women. There are women that you can have a conversation with that's not just about hair, nails, and makeup all the time. We really can talk about millions and do business making millions. I'm like, oh my God, I found my own. Because you go places and I just be like, oh my God. Oh my God. What am I going to talk about business? And maybe it's just like people tell me, oh my God, CJ, you're going to talk about business all the time. But I'm always thinking, I'm like, okay, what business are we going to get together? What are we going to do? And so, yes, it's a breath of fresh air. Again, this community is a breath of fresh air. So meet us. Hey,
baby.
Yes, how you doing? No, beat us there. Beat us there. Thank you so much for sharing. Beat us there. We as women, we need this. And we welcome men too. We welcome men too. We have men in our community. Definitely, we welcome men too. So, guys, what we going? Who else is gonna register with Tamika and come and join us? I'm so excited, Tamika.
Level up, level up, level up, level up. It's time. Level up, level up, level up, level up. Hey, T. Marie.
So listen, LaDavia, she signed up. So she's one of those ladies that we met on
Wednesday,
Wednesday.
yes.
And so we're excited. We're excited that she's here. Maybe she'll put a couple thoughts in the chat while she's here just to encourage you. Or LaDavia, if you want to come on camera, I'll send you the link. You can come on and
Here.
speak for yourself. That would be awesome. So just send me an inbox and let me know. So you want to go ahead and go to that link, bit.ly/free women 2020. Our information session is tonight at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Don't miss it. Don't stop missing out on opportunities. Cause you don't think you can do it, because you don't think you have what it takes, because you don't think you have the money. Yes, unless you're a first responder and there's still a spot open. I don't know that there are any left. But unless you're in that position, you do have an investment amount that's required. But don't even let that stop you.
Mhm.
Because when you open yourself up to what's possible, the way will be made. You don't have to feel like, oh darn, if only I had. No, say, okay, how are we gonna make this happen? I know I used to be so connected to my broke bank account, like well, and that had become a mindset for me. Since I don't have it, I don't have it. But that's really not how that works. It really isn't. But it takes a shift in your mindset, and it also takes a great coach to help you see that there is another way. And especially, when you know who you are and whose you are, oh, you walk in a different kind of authority, a different stance, because you know what you need will be provided. So don't let money, don't let what you think is time, don't let technology. Okay, maybe you do need a new laptop or a computer, but you can view by phone. For most of my time with Coach, I did it on my phone. So don't even let that stop you. you
Mhm.
know Go ahead, step out. Get out the boat. Get out the boat, Peter. Get out the boat. Get out of the boat and take a step for you, because now is the time. Again, that countdown has started and you don't want to miss out. So you didn't partake in the orientation, which was Wednesday. That's okay. You still have till next Wednesday to get in, and you'll be a part of the meet and greet where you get to meet all of the leaders of the certifications. And then listen, I wouldn't even take a chance. You know, say I'm gonna be in by Wednesday. That should just be your bottom line. Don't worry about what the absolute end date is. Just say, I'm being by Wednesday, and do what you need to do. bit.ly/free women 2020. Again, if you've already signed up, if you've already seen the presentation, okay, someone will be contacting you between tomorrow and Saturday so that you can get the next phases started. So get your application submitted. Maybe you submitted your application and you never signed up for the interview. Get your interview done. We're going to be doing interviews all weekend. Don't miss out. And certainly do not let that money slip out of your hands. Don't go to the mall. You shouldn't be at the mall anyway.
Right. That part.
Go on. Go on, put that money to the side so you have your money for your down payment. Invest in yourself.
Mhm.
So bit.ly/free women 2020. And if you like, I don't know where I am, inbox one of us. We'll help you. Wherever you are in the process, we'll make sure that you get to the right next step.
So y'all, let me pick up back on my story. I left y'all hanging, right? So I was that one that I didn't have that mindset, that money mindset. I wasn't ready for it. That law of attraction, that manifestation. Like that was hoodoo voodoo to me. Like where, who does that? Are they running around like Indians going woo, thinking something gonna fall out the sky? I mean, it made me nervous. It really did, honestly. I'm joking, but honestly, in the back of my mind, I was like, that's some freaky stuff right there, right? So it wasn't until our number one point, changed circles, started going around people, to our number 2 point, I was listening to my inner voice, and it was pulling me, drawing me into that direction to find that new circle of folk that would start talking to me about those kinds of things and how things can really truly be manifested. And before you know it, I was that hokey pokey person. Here I am talking about I too can have that dream. I too can. If I think it, I can be it, right? You hear that growing up, but you really don't believe it. You hear it, but you don't believe it. That's different. There's two different things. And so now that I'm in here, now that I know, and we talk about the matrix because it's so true, you got to decide which pill you're going to take. You got to make a decision. Which one are you going to take? And then you'll start seeing that there are so many levels to this. There are so many doors that are open when you start making your own 6 figures, not somebody paying you 6 figures, your own 6 figures. Then there's a whole set of things and doors and things that'll become to you when you start moving into that 7-figure realm. Then there's a whole new level to that 8-figure realm. Yes, you can have 8 figures. There's certain things that you don't know about that you're going to start saying to yourself, oh my gosh. Oh my. And then when you get into that circle and they start talking about business and business ventures, and before you couldn't see money, and then all of a sudden you start seeing money everywhere. You start looking at everything and like everything becomes money to you. It's amazing. It's like when you had that broke mindset, when you looked around your house, when you looked around at your life, you kept thinking to yourself, I'm just broke. You just accepted it. But when you get with like-minded folk, individuals that can help you to see, I can look at that wall, I can make money off that wall. True story. It sounds hokey, right? But I guarantee you it can happen. Guarantee it can happen. But you got to get in a community of like-minded folk. You got to be around folk that's going to start helping you to see things differently. Start, getting your bank account out of, those below degree levels, right? Which moves us into our number 3. I mentioned our number 3 is that you start looking for the help. You start looking for things. You start looking. I started talking about how you'll start researching. You'll start seeing stuff in your feeds, and you'll start reading books, and you're gonna. That's where that hunger comes in, and that's what I asked at the very beginning. How hungry are you? Do you really want this? Do you want to change your life? What is it that you're gonna do to do it? How bad do you want it? Because I'm gonna tell you, I love my children, and I will go down for them. If it breaks my back, if it takes my life, there is nothing that I would not do for them. That's how hungry you got to be. It's got to be in your head like if it's my last breath, I'm going to do it. Because I understand what it'll do for me, my children, my family, my life, my everything. How bad do you want it? So you're going to start looking for that help. You're going to start looking at documentaries or finding research. You're going to find yourself sitting at Barnes and Nobles or the half-price bookstore. Whether you purchase the book or not, you're going to start skimming and reading and look at tables of contents, just trying to find anything that you can get your hands on. But we're going to make your life easier, guys. All you have to do is go to bit.ly/freewomen2020. All these 3 points I just raised to you is all packaged for you. You don't have to look any further. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to do the research. You don't have to go find a new circle. We got your circle. And guess what? We're going to help you through that mindset. It's just inevitable. And CJ's absolutely right. Every time we get together, guess what? We talking about business ventures. We talking about collaborations. We talking about the next new things. We talking about this, that, and the other. Because we see money differently. We see it all over the place. Come on. What you waiting on? CJ?
I'm good. Y'all good? Are y'all hitting the link? Are you guys, this has been amazing. And again, thank you all so much. You all, thousands of you all have been rocking with us nightly, and it's just amazing. We don't take it for granted. Um, yeah, Tamika says her children is it for me. She's changing the narrative. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So guys, did you sign up? Did you share the broadcast? Are you bringing somebody with you tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Central Standard Time? We look forward to seeing you all there. We dropped a lot. We know it was kind of hard tonight, but absolutely it's only because, yes, we snuck you tonight because we love you.
CJ, I'm gonna get you. We playing good cop, bad cop right now, y'all. She the one. I'm gonna whoop you, and then y'all run to her. She gonna hug and love on you.
Right.
Team Marie, you want to close us out?
All right, you guys, listen, go ahead and share this broadcast if you have not already done so. If you've listened to any of the live broadcasts and you've seen our own quick chick, Miss Jennifer King, she will tell you that her life changed after being a slave for 33 years because a person shared the broadcast. There was even a similar story Wednesday night where one of the ladies shared the information about Coach with Chanel. And if y'all know, Chanel is our beloved CFO. And so that's pretty awesome that you have something in your hand. And even if it's not for you, or maybe it's not for you now, or, it has its purpose in your life. But why don't you be a resource? Why don't you be a conduit for somebody else to help them go to their next level? You don't have to want to quit your job. It's okay because there need to be workers. Yeah, I've said it before. I need somebody working at the car wash. I ain't mad, but it's okay for me to want to have my own business. So, don't look at it like, they just want people to quit their job. No, that's not it at all. Because if you listen to Stephanie, she's about the career woman. So if the corporate ladder is what you want to climb, she got you. But if you also want to be your own business and I know for me, where I was, there was a ceiling there. So I really almost had gone as far as I could go. And so that was either divine or just part of the process, because I've always known that I wanted more. I wanted to be an entrepreneur. Didn't know how to get there. I know I'm supposed to be a millionaire. Previously didn't know how to get there. Even I can tell you, when I joined the community, though I saw it, I still didn't know how I was going to get there. It took me coming into the community and being a part and seeing how the different pieces work, and finally saying to myself, I can get there. So I'm telling you, you can get there. Don't be put off by my goal. My first goal might be $1 million. That doesn't have to be your goal. Your goal might be 10,000 for the year, on top of what you already make now. Don't let somebody else's goals scare you, because your journey is your journey. You run your race. You stay in your lane. Whatever the end result is for your lane, stay right there and you'll get where you're trying to go. So again, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you taking the time to join us. Listen, the information session is tonight at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Make sure that you go to the link bit.ly/Free Women 2020 so you can get that information, get a reminder as well. But we will be here tomorrow night, back on YouTube, back on Periscope. Thank you to all our Facebook friends and family. We appreciate each and every one of you. Again, go ahead and share that broadcast so you can help somebody else, get free, change their life, and do what they've always desired to do. There's a lot of money in the land. Why don't you get your money? So we'll see you later on. Have a great and awesome morning, or whenever you're tuning in, but we'll see you soon.